Hello friends and welcome to today's session on vREST. In this session we will discuss how you may debug your API test cases in vREST application. So let's take the sample test case which we have created in our previous session. To debug the API test case, first you may check the adjustment results in the rightmost pane. Let's make some modification in the adjustments to make our test case fail. For example, if we change the expected status code to 400 and if we run the test case again, then we can see that our first adjustment has been failed. So in this way you may debug your API test failures. And now suppose if there are any differences in the expected and actual response content, then you will be able to see it in the diff report. Let's see how you can see it. For that, let's change something. For example, if we change it to vREST modified over here, and if you run the test case again, you can see that vREST will show you a beautiful diff report why this particular test case has been failed. And as you can see that our second adjustment, which is comparing the actual response body with the expected response body, this adjustment has failed. And why this particular adjustment has failed? Because of the differences which we can see in the diff report. And you can fix it quickly by clicking on this copy actual to expected button over here. And let's fix our expected value to 200 again as well. And if we run the test case again, as you can see that our test case is working fine. Further, you may check the execution details whether vREST is sending the correct request or not. You can just visit the execution tab, and here you will be able to see the status code and the request URL and the request method and request body. If there are any request body, then you will be able to see the request body over here, and you will be able to see the actual response which vREST has received. And also you will be able to see the request headers which vREST has sent, and also the response headers which vREST has received. To understand it better, let's modify the request body from JSON to text. Now if we run the test case again, then as you can see that our test case has been failed, and you will be able to see that the vREST has sent the request body as text, and you can also see that the content type is now text oblique plain. So our application accepts the content type as JSON, but vREST is sending the content type as text oblique plain, so that's why the test case has failed. So in this way you may debug your API test cases. Let's switch back to JSON, and if we run the test case again, then you can see that vREST is now sending the correct content type header. You may also look at the logs tab. Sometimes if there are any errors while executing the test case, then those errors may appear in the logs. This tab also provides various other information which might be helpful in case of any error. Now if you are still not able to detect the errors, then you may check for any errors in the developer console as well. For this, you may just click on this vREST menu and then select toggle DevTools option. It will open up the console tab. This console will also be useful if we are using any utility methods inside the API test cases. For example, in this particular test case, we are using the method find record by ID, and let us console this result via console.log. So we can debug our utility methods as well using this. So let's save this utility method, and if we run the test case again, then we can see that it is also printing the result of the record which we have received from the database. So in this way you may debug your utility methods as well by using the console.log statements. That's it for this session. Thank you for watching this video. I hope this session has provided meaningful information to you. If you find this video helpful, then please like this video and subscribe to our channel. And feel free to comment on this video to provide your suggestions and your valuable feedback.